my dermatologist diagnosed me with erythromelalgia. And what happened to me is that, which is probably why you're watching this video too, is that your feet, your toes, they're swelling, they're red, they're burning, they hurt like heck. Well, it's also happening in my fingers. They're swelling, they're red and burning. So many things bother it. Walking makes my feet swell. They were turning magenta and gray, and it was just so painful where I had to lay down. I couldn't even function. I couldn't even work. I couldn't even sit at my desk. And I saw a neurologist, my general practitioner, a chiropractor, the dermatologist, a nutritionist, a plastic surgeon, and an endocrinologist. And there is no definitive cause, or actually there could be hundreds of causes, and they say there's no cure. But I think I found the reason that was causing my erythromelalgia, and I'm going to tell you what it was. And even though you're not me and it wasn't, you may not have the same reason, I think what I'm telling you will help you find the solution to your pain. So they say there's no cause. I don't believe that. Things don't just happen. There's a cause and effect, and the symptoms are the result of something else. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just share with you what I did to help me with the pain initially, because you're going to want to deal with the symptoms initially while you're trying to figure out and doing your research on what is causing this pain. So what I found is because it was burning so much, I needed to cool that off. So I was doing ice packs. And then when you do an ice pack, they tell you not to do it. You can burn your skin with too much cold. These are little foot booties. So I put my feet in here, and then I've these little ice packs. So you can put them, you scoot them underneath for when it hurts on the bottom of your feet, and then you can flip it around and put the ice packs on the front. So you can, and they have several of them, so you can buy a couple of them. But the problem with this is my entire foot wasn't burning, it was just the toes. So I didn't like how it was covering the entire front of my foot. The other thing I found is these mittens. So these already have ice packs inside of it. So these little sleeves, and you can pop it in. So I put these little cold packs in the freezer, and then I can slip my hand in here. And again, this can be, so this way I have it underneath, so that would help the palm of my hand, which really doesn't hurt too much. It was the tops of the fingers. So then you can flip it over and do the other side. Of course, we've got two. So then you can put them on both your hands and your feet. So the other thing that helped me is I found these compression gloves. And what I was doing also is I was taking tissue paper and I was putting it in between each toe, because when the toes were touching each other, it was too much. It was too insane. It was like in little fireballs in between each toe. So that would help. But I thought, this is crazy. This is taking too long. And so I found these little socks. These are toe socks, and it says left and right. And these are great because it separates each toe, and so the heat, the warmth from each toe isn't touching each other. So this is nice as well, and I can move. Now, if you do buy these, I'll put a link to these below. I found that the elastic band here is a little too tight. So in the middle of the night when I was wearing these, I had to pull them off, either just flip them like this or just take them off immediately, because it was putting too much pressure on the back of my ankle. The other problem with these is that if you do get a larger size, it takes, for me, a long time to put each toe in each little section. So if you don't have perfectly straight toes, if you have a little hammer toe, it's more time, but it's worth it. I'm sure there's better ones than these, but I'll just put the link to these. The other thing that I found that helped is this is a red light machine. It's from Juve. Now I bought this a couple years ago. New ones, they cost $545. It's expensive, but I think it's worth the money. So you push the little button, and then I would just lay on the couch, and then the new ones have a handle and a stand, so it's so much better, but I would kind of angle it and then put my hands, and then I would put it on my feet, and you can do that, and then do 10 minutes. First time I did it, I felt the tingling in my toes, and it felt a little bit of burning. It didn't feel very good, but then when I stopped doing it, it got worse. So I really think this does repair the mitochondria, not healthy mitochondria. Okay, so what I found is, so I did tons and tons of research on the internet. What can cause the erythromelalgia is poisons, toxins, medications, especially different types of chemotherapy. I am a type 1 diabetic, and I did a lot of research, and I found that people were having some burning in their toes. And as a type 1 diabetic, I need my insulin, and my insulin has a couple different preservatives in them, and those preservatives are toxic to the body. So what I was doing is I was eating more carbs. When you're a diabetic, you adjust your insulin based on your carbohydrate intake. So the more carbs I was taking in, the more insulin I had to inject. So I was basically injecting more poison, more chemicals into my body, and that's what caused this. Now, I was able to, so what I started doing is a low-carb diet, which if you're not diabetic, don't do that. It's just absolutely awful. If you're eating good carbs, like from fruits and vegetables, that actually is very, very healthy. But because I'm injecting a poison, in order to get a good nutrient, it's just kind of cancels, it just more than cancels each other out. So it's worse for me to inject the poison. So believe it or not, I've been able to get off my insulin altogether by restricting my carbohydrate intake and doing a lot of exercise to keep my blood sugar stable. Now, I talked to my endocrinologist. A lot of diabetics cannot do this. I do have some beta cells. They're not all dead, so I am a rare case. If you are a type 1 diabetic, you can reduce your carbohydrate intake to inject less insulin, but you may not be able to go off insulin altogether. And also, I have to exercise sometimes 2 to 3 hours a day just to get my blood sugar stable. So if you're not a type 1 diabetic, this is how this information can help you. If you are taking a medication, medications are poison. These medications can cause all sorts of side effects. Now, you know this. Some of the side effects, they just don't know. Some of the side effects can cause the erythromelalgia, along with like a whole bunch of other horrible, horrible things that kill us from the inside out. So what I recommend, if possible, either try to lower your medication dosage. If you can, ask your doctor how you can. Maybe try a different medication. A lot of our medical problems are caused by what we are eating. So if you're eating junk food, fast food, fried food, oils, candy, alcohol, all that stuff really is poison. And what you want to do also is, even if you're eating salads, make sure your salad is a certified organic, it's got the symbol on it. So everything you should eat, as much as possible, should be certified organic. Why? Because if it's not certified organic, most likely there's going to be pesticides. What are pesticides? They're poisons that kill bugs. They're also chemicals that are killing us. So whatever you are putting on your skin, whatever you're washing your hair with, and whatever you're eating, that affects your skin as well. So see what you can do to clean up your diet. Now, the really interesting thing is what you eat affects your microbiome, your gut. So if you are eating something unhealthy, let's say it's bacon, okay? So when you eat bacon, it changes your biome, it changes your bacteria. That bad bacteria kills and takes over the good bacteria. The good bacteria is what heals us. So if we keep putting in our bodies and on our skin toxins, we're not allowing our body to heal. So eating healthy food is not just about getting a good weight, getting all our nutrients. It's about being healthy. Here are my before pictures, and so you can see it was pretty bad, and then you can see how it is now. Now it's not 100%. It is a lot better, and so the pain is very minimal. Where before it was so bad, one night I thought my toes were going to explode and I was going to end up in the ER. Sometimes it was so bad I thought I was just going to pass out from the pain. What I found is certain things that make it worse. One is salt. So I've become extremely sensitive to salt, and I've had to reduce my salt intake. Spicy food. I have been able to eat the most ridiculously spicy food. Now I can't. Allspice I have to take out of my food, which is really upsetting because it's less tasty. Hot showers, forget about it. Warm showers, no way. That's too much, too painful. I take lukewarm showers. The other thing is sunlight. Even if I'm just laying out in the sun, just trying to get my stomach, my toes end up hurting even more. So I really can't go in the sun for very long. If I do, it's just a couple minutes when it's not very hot. If I go walking, it's gonna be when it's colder, when there is very little sunlight. Typically I'll go early in the morning, and I can't walk as long because my toes start swelling really badly, and that's really upsetting. The other thing I found is I can't do crazy cardio anymore. Jumping, anything that's jumping up and down, as long as I'm not jumping, I can still get my heart rate up, and so I can still get my muscles strong. So don't stop exercising. Exercise is important to get the nutrients to every part of you, from your fingertips down to your tippy toes. I really hope you get better, and this is a really horrible, painful condition. It's very upsetting, depressing, and there's got to be an answer. So just keep looking, keep searching, don't give up. Hope is powerful, and it will help you get better, and best of luck to you.